Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Just want to let you know the day got a little bit sweeter when the Packers beat the Cowboys. Rare situation where the Packers are dogs at home. But again, knowing your numbers, it is NFL Week 10. In mathematics, there's a strong connection with the number 10 and the number 4 because 10 is the fourth triangular number, which means if you add 1 through 4 together, it equals 10. And we were looking at all these potential streaks of 4 for this week. We like the Panthers. I gave you guys that pick for free before the game was played. We like the Panthers to win their 4th straight home game over the Falcons to start Week 10, which they did in the Chadwick-Boseman ritual. The Dolphins looked good to win their 4th straight game today, and they did. The Colts could have lost their 4th straight game, but Indianapolis equals 2-1. So many 2-1 rituals with Indianapolis, and the Raiders did pick up their 201st home franchise loss today to Indianapolis, the only 2-1 city in America. The Texans, we did like to lose the 4th straight game. They did. We like the Seahawks winning streak to get snapped at 4, while the Bucs won their 4th straight home game over the Seahawks. We like the Chiefs to win their 4th straight at home over the Jaguars. The Saints did have a narrative to beat the Steelers, but we saw there were some good things going for the Steelers as well, so that game was iffy. And the Packers game was a little bit challenging, but they did look like the more likely team to win, and they did win their 4th straight game over the Cowboys. So imagine had you just bet straight bets on all those games, you came out way ahead. 7 out of those 9 games, the streak of 4 hit, and nobody complains when they win 7 out of 9 bets. But again, the games where it didn't come through, there were some big red flags in the Colts game, like we just said. And the thing about the Saints was if they lost, they were going to become 3-7 on the road going into the 37-city Los Angeles, which they will. Tomlin also had a nice alignment to win today as well, the Steelers coach. But here's what I want to show you about the Packers game in addition to the streak of 4 thing. So, again, we go through, we analyze all the numbers. And then I do a write-up. Notice Rodgers did become 6-3 versus the Cowboys. I'm sure some of you guys heard my call to the NFL league office in 2018 about the 63 rituals they do with Aaron Rodgers, whose name equals 63 in Gematria. He did become 6-3 versus the Cowboys in the regular season today. But here was what blew me away when I looked at all this. The Packers and the Cowboys had played on this date one time in history. November 13th, 1960, 62 years ago, the Packers beat the Cowboys 41-7. And of course, in Gematria, Green Bay equals 41, Dallas equals 41. Dallas was established in the year 1841. So, total score of 48 points. Today's game's on the day, leaving 48 days left in the year. But the Cowboys came in 6-2. And again, 62 years ago, they lost to the Packers on this day in history. And think about the Packers helmet. It's a big G, like the symbol of the Masons. And American football is credited to the Mason Walter Camp. What does the word Mason equal in Gematria? 62. And for the conclusion I wrote for this game, I wrote, close call. It feels like the NFL needs to throw Rodgers a bone, and he can help the Packers beat the Cowboys for the 4th straight time and improve to 4-6 in Week 10, a pattern that we rode for the week to the big victory line. And with the win, they would be 4-6, where Lambeau Field equals 46. On the flip side, though, I did say the concern is Rodgers can fall to 7-4 versus the Cowboys. That includes the postseason games. And as I teach my community, it is better to just look at the regular season, but sometimes that regular and postseason record does matter, so that was the concern. Rodgers could have fallen to 7-4 versus the Cowboys in all games. He became 6-3 in the regular season, where Dallas Cowboys is 74. That said, it does stand out LaFleur, that's the Packers coach, can get his 43rd win, Dallas Cowboys 43. Who was with me the year of Thanksgiving when the Cowboys' story was that they donated Ford pickup trucks to Fire Department Station 43. Of course, Ford equals 43 as well. If you're new here, F-O-R-D. F the 6th letter, O the 15th, R the 18th, D the 4th, added up, Ford 43. When you take the alphabetic order with numerology, that's where Dallas Cowboys is 43, which is considered the most pure cipher. And McCarthy can get his 95th loss. Green Bay, Wisconsin equals 95. Of course, he used to coached the Packers back when his brother dropped dead at age 47. Like, the first Super Bowl season was the 47th season of the NFL that the Packers won. And then I did make a note about, in case the Cowboys won, what we can expect going forward. But that is now out of the window. So, again, the top thought was the streaks of 4, Packers, 62 years earlier, winning on this day as the Cowboys coming in 6-2. And again, you guys, the whole league's scripted. Like I keep telling you, the games that happen today are connected to all the games of the past. It's an ongoing script. It's like an ongoing TV series. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. Now we're in the 103rd NFL season, you know? It's season 103. Which means 62 years ago was the 41st season when we had the 41-7 blowout. Green Bay 41 over Dallas 41. And again, 48 points on the day, leaving 48 days left in the year. They've been doing the same thing the whole time, you guys. So anyhow, Monster Day. Congrats to the winners. And again, every game that we liked today was a winner. The close calls, again, close calls are more dangerous, but the light games were perfection. And appreciate everyone who supports the work. So, till next time, Truth Seeker.